Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Matt. Today we're doing another pick a card, and the theme of it is supportive messages for your alignment right now. So first I just want to say thank you so much for joining me again. I really appreciate all of the beautiful comments and the love and the support that I've received. It's been overwhelming. A couple things people have asked about, personal readings. I haven't quite figured that out yet, but I am intending to get started with those at some point in the near future. Just stay tuned. I will be, speaking more about that in my videos, and any links related to that will be posted in my description. I will never reach out directly regarding personal readings or asking for money. However, if you do want to contribute to the channel and support me, there is a link for that in my description. So without further ado, we have pile 1 here. This is the Amethyst Stone with the DC Tarot here, pile 1. Pile 2, we have the Pulp Tarot with the Amazonite Stone. And pile 3, we have the Buffy the Vampire Slayer Tarot with the Orgonite Pendant here. If it'll focus. There's that. So again, the messages are going to be supportive messages for your alignment. So without further ado, let's get started. Hi there, pile 1. So you chose the Amethyst Stone here and the DC Tarot. So I'm going to clear the deck. I've already saged the decks and myself. The energy is clear. And right now we are currently asking for supportive messages for your highest alignment right now. Whatever wants to come through and be known. If you want to just center yourself and breathe as I shuffle. God, source of the highest divine light, for the highest good of my pile number 1 and the collective, what are the supportive messages for their alignment, for their highest alignment that they need to hear right now? God, source of the highest white light. We have the 3 of Pentacles. God, source of the highest white light, for the highest good of my pile 1 and the collective. What are the supportive healing messages my pile 1 needs to hear for their highest alignment right now? God, source. Too many. Pile 1. Supportive messages for their highest alignment right now. A lot of cards want to come out. These are kind of sticking together. The highest good of my pile number 1. We have the Death card here. For my pile 1's supportive messages for their highest alignment right now. Yeah. Definitely feeling that transformational energy right now. A lot of us are going through that at the moment. A lot of light is hitting the planet right now, and it's causing our shadows to come up to the surface to be seen and cleared. Pile 1, supportive messages for their highest alignment right now. God, source. Okay. I'm just going to take this one. We have the Magician. And then we have the Two of Wands. Okay, so we're going to start with these, and then we'll pull more cards in a bit to expand upon this energy. I'm going to tap in, and we're going to see what wants to come through for you. For some reason, I was seeing a turtle or a tortoise in its shell peeking its head out. That could have significance for somebody, but to me, that symbolizes coming out of a hermit mode, coming out of your shell, putting yourself out there, letting yourself be seen. With the Death card here, maybe that's part of your transformation, is coming out of a period of solitude and potentially darkness. Maybe with the chains here, you felt trapped or bound by your own thoughts, by fears, by circumstances around you. But this is shifting and changing. And it's because of your intention and desire. With the Magician card here, you're using the darkness to motivate you and push you into the light, whether that's conscious or on the soul level. You've been using darkness as a catalyst to launch yourself forward, to propel yourself. Using the darkness as basically the spark of energy and willpower to get you moving. The darkness has also, like the solitude period, has also created new desires within you to activate new experiences in your life, possibly draw new connections into your life, and something about adventure and new experiences coming through. It feels like, you know, in the period you're coming out of, you've felt bored or, again, stuck, bound somehow. So with these doves being freed and flying everywhere, it's like you're ready to fly, even if you don't know what that looks like yet, even if there are still potential fears involved. It feels like your soul is ready to move, to fly. With the Two of Wands here, that does give me the energy of not necessarily being exactly sure which direction you're going to take, but knowing that there are different paths and being in a position to choose and to kind of survey the options and pick the direction that feels the best for you. Right now, it seems like maybe I'm not necessarily getting the sense of chaos around you, so maybe things are somewhat chilled out at the moment, and you're in a position where you can sort of ponder what's next. But it, again, something about these wands here, the staves, and the energy around them are making me think of movement again. And with the doves flying, it's like your soul is really craving that movement and stimulation and enrichment, and to really like rip these chains off of yourself. With the Three of Pentacles, this could mean that you're ready for a new career venture. You're ready to build with other people. You're ready to build as far as like your purpose and your stream of income. You're ready to start that project. You've been manifesting job, I don't want to say job ideas. It feels like maybe you've already been working on something, but you're ready for the next level as far as how you're generating income, potentially something that's more soul aligned. And working with other people is coming through. Maybe in this period of solitude that you were in, you were really craving to connect and socialize and kind of be seen and recognized and appreciated for what you can offer a team, what you can offer creatively. I feel like the Three of Pentacles is a creative energy as well. Yeah, I'd be interested to pull more cards, and expand upon this energy. So I'm going to use the True Black Tarot right here. And we are going to clarify some of these energies, because these are definitely broader energies. It feels like you're freeing yourself from your own limited thinking. We have the Knight of Wands, and we have the Ten of Pentacles. Yeah, there's that desire to move, and that desire to move towards your legacy, your purpose, your whatever you're financially building towards or desiring to financially build towards. It feels like, now is actually the time to start putting yourself out there more. Ooh, we have the Three of Swords here. Interesting. Let's see. It's that darkness, that period of darkness and healing and recovery. Heavy in the mind space, heavy in the heart space. Darkness is coming through. So we have the King of Swords and the Knight of Cups. These are interesting energies. Okay. It feels like because of this heavy energy that you've been in, where potentially you've been afraid to put yourself out there because of fear of getting hurt. Again, not trusting people, not trusting yourself with other people, not trusting yourself out in the world to be seen. That fear of just vulnerability and being hurt is really coming through. And there's this sense with the King of Swords, of sort of detaching, cutting yourself off from warmth, in a sense, from people, from connection, and just creating distance. The Two of Wands is also a card of creating distance. So this is really Spirit acknowledging the space that you've been in, where you've been hurting and you've created space and distance between yourself and the world in order to create safety. And also, like I said, in order to, for the darkness that you were in to jumpstart the next chapter. Because you experience that darkness, that heaviness, and then, you know, you're in it for as long as it feels like it serves you, and then you're done. You know, the Knight of Cups here feels ready to show up again with its heart. It feels ready for connection again. It feels hopeful, and this is the turtle peeking out of its shell. Is it okay? Is it safe? It really does feel like somehow you've been burned before, and I'm sorry about that. You know, we all go through that in our own ways, in our own times. Yeah. And it feels like maybe you were in this dark space, you were just in the mind space, thinking about things. Maybe you were just taking a time out from people and reading and kind of being in your own world, in your own head, up in the clouds potentially. But, you know, this is what you're coming out of, this distance and coldness and heaviness. So it's that's clear with these cards here. It's like you're ready to rebuild something new and really get moving with your life again. I mean, we have the Knight of Wands here, which is fast moving. It's energized, it's passionate, it's creative, it's excited for a new adventure, right? And then here we have the Magician, which is about manifesting what's next, manifesting what's desired, setting yourself free, using all of the tools that you have available to you in order to bring in and call forth what you truly want. Because it feels here with this energy that you do have desires. You do have desires of the heart, and you have desires, you know, career-wise, work-wise, ambitions, but maybe you put those on hold because of pain, hurt, possibly feelings of unworthiness. You have two knights here with the Knight of Wands and the Knight of Cups. That's that eagerness to step out. And that's a really good place for you to be in right now. After this, you know, transformative, kind of darker period, it's really good that now you feel that spark coming back. And like I said, you're wanting to rip those chains off. You know that it's time for what's next. And maybe there's some self-judgment there. Like, why was I stuck for so long? Why wasn't I moving? Why wasn't I doing A, B, and C earlier? But that doesn't matter because you're going to be moving forward Let's move this light over. Let's see here. Apologies. There we go. Yeah, it just feels like, okay, you've done the judgment, you've done the overthinking, you've been in the heaviness. It's time to kind of step outside of that. Because what's coming in is this building energy and connection with other people. I'm hearing support group. So maybe for some of you that will resonate. Community gatherings, meetup groups is coming through for some of you. Whatever feels like you, the next step out of sort of a dark phase and possibly isolation is stepping out into a social space or community space. If some of you go to church or are religious or are part of like a meditation center or a spiritual center of some sort, that could be something for you to look into. The Three of Pentacles is a spiritual card, and it can talk about the divine Trinity. I'm hearing like reach out, look online for community gatherings, groups that you might share interests with, stepping out of that comfort zone. You know, and if doing that feels like too big of a step for you, then it's okay just to kind of, or if going to one of these events or gatherings is too big of a step for you, you can just look. You can just look and sort of entertain the idea of that connection and that shared space. Yeah. It just feels like with this energy, it's time for you to look ahead and re-energize yourself and understand that you don't have to show up in new spaces the same way that you showed up before. And you know, you can be the person that you really are. You don't have to be the version of yourself that was in the dark, that was bound. That was one version of you that served you in that healing process and that transformation process that you were undergoing. But when you step out into the light again, when you spread your wings, you're showing up as the empowered version of yourself. You're showing up as the light aspect of yourself. That's what's eager to be seen and what's eager to connect with others is your heart space. That eagerness, you know. So let's now pull from this Prism Oracle deck. For my pile number 1, what supportive messages do they need to hear? My pile number 1, what do they need to hear for their highest alignment right now? Okay, so we have disruption. We have ghost. We have magic. There's that manifestational energy showing up. Okay. And we have sweetness. See? there's that heart-centered energy that wants to come forward. Okay, so this is just affirming everything that was coming through. It seems, okay, and then here at the bottom of the deck we have trust. So I'm going to put that up here. Okay. So yeah, with disruption and ghost here, it definitely seems like you were burned somehow, and it caused like a break in your confidence and brought you into a dark space where you had to retreat. Where maybe you felt like a ghost. Maybe you were ghosted by somebody that you invested in or, offered your heart to, and they disappeared. This feels very like that mental energy again, that mental disruption and discord, in a sense, like your brain tied up in knots a little bit. And this also is just talking about past energies, leaving the past in the past so that you can move forward. Let those ghosts go. You can tell them to go to the light, You can treat these experiences, these past hurts, as if they were ghosts that you're clearing from your house. You can say, I do not need you here anymore. You can go back to the light where it's safe for you. You can go back to the source. I don't claim you anymore. I don't need you anymore. I appreciate why you were there. You were there to teach me. You were there to teach me boundaries. You were there to teach me about myself, my own sense of self-worth. And now I'm moving on to the next chapter of my life. And I'm inviting in mental ease, not this disruption energy. This is in the past. Go back to the light. Because you are ready for magic and sweetness in your life. This is making me think of the third eye. So it's like there is something that you want to create, some sort of vision coming through. You want to create through the heart space. Friendship. I'm hearing friendship. You want friends that you can connect with deeply. You want people who can see you, who are on the same page as you, who understand you, who can feel your good intentions, who don't judge you, who don't judge where you're coming from. You just want to feel safe, I'm feeling. And that's coming from a very pure place, innocent place within you. There's no reason to feel shame around having transformed darkness into light. I am sensing an energy of maybe, like that judgment coming through, that self-judgment. Oh, I've been in this dark place. I've been weak. I haven't had the strength or the energy or the capacity for people. I haven't put in the effort that I want to as far as work or money. I haven't been creative. I haven't been connecting with my romantic side. It's been a dry season. I don't know. Could be any of those things that you're thinking. I don't have support. I've pushed people away from me. But those are all of, that's just the ego judging itself to keep you trapped. And what we're trying to do is set that aside so that you can move forward and just let your heart be seen. Just be, just easily let down the guard and allow yourself to be accepted by other people. because you will. It feels like with the Three of Pentacles showing up before here, it feels like possibly if you weren't working before, just getting any kind of job where you're around other people will help you activate energy and move energy within yourself and tap into this connection and sweetness that you have and make you feel alive again and trust the magic of the universe again. You know, maybe the job that your soul is guiding you towards isn't ultimately what you want, but it's just something, it's that first step out to get you, to re-socialize you, to reacquaint you with maybe something that you had been involved in before, but now you're coming back into it and sort of getting your feet wet again. It feels like that's what the universe is doing for your soul right now. It's easing you back out there and connecting with people and showing you it's safe. It's safe to be yourself. It's safe to express yourself and be seen and loved and appreciated. You can trust that that's going to happen. You can trust. This is about trusting yourself, letting go of the shame. It's about trusting your process. It's about trusting that everybody goes through a process like this at some point in their life and that there is no shame, because if there was shame, then everybody would be shameful, you know? And I think everybody does hold shame within them. That's just part of being human and healing. And you can reconnect with your trust in God source, the divine, that you're being guided and led into a better place. This is reminding me of like a maze. Maybe you've felt like you've been in a maze, a mental maze, a physical maze, an emotional maze, where up is down and left is right, and you just don't know where you are and where you're going. And you're trying, with the heart here in the center, you're trying to reach that that vulnerability. And you want someone else to be able to reach that, but maybe it's hard for other people to access that part of you because you've been guarded and you've been going through your own transformational process. So maybe part of you stepping out is like kind of knocking down these barriers and walls so that people can more easily see you and find you and access you in your emotional truth. Yeah. I'm gonna pull an Angel Answers card for you. Sorry about that, pile one. I am filming here in the evening and it's a little bit darker, so I'm just adjusting the lighting situation. But we are going to lastly pull an Angel Answers card for you. These are just very simple, direct messages. You can ask a question if you want, or we can just see what comes up. Okay, so we have look for a sign here. This is coming back to that trust energy of trusting your divine source, right? We're having similar colors here. This is giving me that sort of like divine presence energy. They have the power. With this lightning bolt here, it's kind of giving me tower energy, but more so it's that sense that when you take a step out, manifestations with that magician card that we were getting earlier, manifestations are just sort of gonna, you know, like lightning land in front of you, kind of out of nowhere, right? And that's, you know, you could phrase it like that being a reward from the universe for you stepping out of your comfort zone, stepping out of your shell. But really it's just a byproduct of all of the intentions and desires that you were formulating in this dark space that you were in this cocoon space that you were in, where you were transforming. You were shifting mindsets and beliefs and your perspective and outlook on things and what you want. So this is kind of just telling me, like, look for the magic as you step out of your shell, as you get back out there into the world. Look for the magic in all things. Expect the unexpected. You know, pay attention to the signs and synchronicities that the universe sends your way, because it feels like you're really going to be seeing them. And yeah, just also I'm getting that with connections with people around you, look for signs and of emotional openings, even if that's just interacting with someone and they smile at you, and or you notice their energy softening around you. That's a sign that your guard is coming down, and that there's an opening for an emotional exchange to happen, even if it's just again an exchange of smiles, pleasantries. You know, sometimes you just got to start with the little things and appreciate those, but it's all just letting you know that the guard is coming down, and that it's okay to share with other humans and to connect that way. And with the colors here, again, it's giving me that third eye sort of crown energy, about this vision that you're having. And so it's like, look for signs and symbols that feed into that greater vision that you're having, even if, you know, you're just at work making money, or starting a project with other people, or joining a community. It's like, keep your eye out for those things that align with your soul and that feel like opportunities, because it feels like, again, they're going to be coming in out of nowhere. So consider this the universe saying, you've done a good job. The darkness, the dark space is a necessary part of the process, the spiritual evolution journey. And it takes a lot of courage and trust to step outside of that dark space and back into the light. And again, it feels like you're going to be having some options, and you're going to have the opportunity to kind of like look at things and choose what's in alignment with you, and the manifestations that you've been intending. There's just a lot of magic headed your way as you step out. So I really commend you for your bravery in the process that you've been in. It's never easy, but you are not alone. You have your guides and angels with you, ascended masters with you. And you just have to know that this is all feeding into something greater and ultimately desired. So thank you so much for being here with me again. I really appreciate you being here, and we'll see you in the next one. Thank you. Bye. Hi there, Pile 2. So you chose the Amazonite stone with the Pulp Tarot here. So let me put this here. The lighting changed because I'm filming in the evening here, so just excuse the brightness. Today we are looking at supportive messages for your highest alignment right now, from spirit, from the divine, from your higher self. So as I shuffle the cards, if you just want to center yourself and breathe and be still, and we'll tap in together and ask God, divine, what supportive messages does my pile number 2 need to hear for their highest alignment right now? God source. Okay, we have the King of Wands. We have the Justice card here. My pile 2, what do they need to hear? What supportive messages do they need to hear for their highest alignment right now? God Source, my pile number 2. Supportive messages for their highest alignment right now. Thank you, God. We have the Star. What supportive messages does my pile number 2 need to hear right now? Okay. So 2 cards came out. We have the 8 of Pentacles here. Let's do this. We have the 9 of Pentacles. So there's a progression there, which is really nice. And then at the bottom of the deck, interesting, we have the 10 of Swords. So I'm going to put that at the top here. Okay. So let's tap into the energies here. I mean, it's very clear that you've been working on your frequency and your energy. You know, the King of Wands, the Star, and all of these cards are talking about someone who is really, really building themselves and working on themselves and becoming content with themselves, right? Working on their positive outlook on the future, working on their connection with the divine. You're very charismatic. King of Wands is an extremely attractive energy, and with this 9 of Pentacles, so is 9 of Pentacles. 9 of Pentacles is extremely independent. They stand on their own. They enjoy the fruits of their labor. They don't need anybody else in order to be okay. It feels like if you haven't accomplished material success in the past, it feels like you're just appreciating sort of the abundant mindset of, you know, you being with yourself and with the divine and knowing that you have everything that you need, and, you know, you're not really approaching life from a needy victimhood mentality. Feels like that's something from the past. 8 of Pentacles talks about that hard work mentality, that building mentality, that, you know, putting in the hours mentality. This could be talking about a craft that you've been developing and applying to a business. You know, it could be that on some level you're seen and recognized by many people. You know, this energy reminds me of like having a social media presence and being admired, having a company that it has been doing well or that has been building a clientele base. There's definitely eyes on you in some way, or there will be. If that's something that you are wanting, if you're putting yourself out there, if you're sharing your gifts with the world. Yeah, this is very powerful energy. So if you're watching tarot readings to kind of affirm that you're on the right track, you really are. I love these types of piles that I've been reading for, where it's like you're really doing what you need to be doing. And it's funny because so often tarot readings, you know, people watch them and sort of these energies coming in can sort of like feel far in the future or at a distance, or sort of like aspirational, something that you're wanting but maybe isn't here right now. But this energy, it feels very like here and now. yeah, there are definitely eyes on you. And this is just, one way to interpret this energy coming through. It could also be with the Justice card and the Ten of Swords that you've ended a relationship and it could have ended badly. And, you've been wanting to be single again. Or even if you weren't wanting to be single again, you're enjoying your singlehood. And, things are falling into place in your favor in this situation, or at least fairly in a balanced way. There's a very powerful divine feminine energy coming through right now. If you identify with the divine feminine, you've done what you've needed to do, and you've closed out some really not great energies. You've cut out people or relationships or circumstances that were not serving you and were not serving like this energy that that you're deserving of enjoying. It also feels like you have guides and angels looking after you. You're very protected and guided on this journey that you're on right now. You're being encouraged by the divine. Maybe you see signs and symbols wherever you go that are sort of encouraging and sort of like winks from the universe. Car license plates I'm feeling, bumper stickers, just signs. I'm getting like, if you're at the store, Trader Joe's, wherever, seeing names or words on, signs or packaging for things, and sort of feeling like the universe is like having fun communicating with you. And you're really picking those things up. I'm also feeling like you're connecting with friends who are supportive after sort of closing out some negative energy and negative cycles with someone or something. It's like you are connecting with the right people, even though you are in this independent energy. I feel like you're wanting to connect with other people who are also in their power. That's coming through. It feels like you're at this higher level. You're operating at a high level, and so you're wanting to also be around other people who are operating at a high level. Maybe before, the people that were in your life were sort of not able to like match where you were going, and so they had to go kind of. And now you're just like, game on. I want to connect with people, other entrepreneurs. I want to connect with other people who are ambitious. I want to connect with other people who are abundant, who are putting in the work, who care about what they're doing, and aren't settling for less, aren't settling for the bare minimum. That's what's coming through. This is a very powerful energy, and it's exciting to read for you. Yeah, with this energy here, it feels like maybe you've had to burn some bridges with people or situations that just could not meet you where you were and could not come with you where you're going. Maybe there was some sort of argument or, something, you were just at odds with something or someone, and you kind of had to like maybe be that Queen of Swords in a way and sort of like say what needed to be said, even if it came across as harsh or spicy. It was like you had to say it in order to really end what was not coming with you. Like, I'm packing my bags and I'm doing my own thing, or you're packing your bags and you're leaving, kind of energy. There's definitely something creative coming through. You could be a musician, an artist of some sort. You could be growing your audience. Yeah, like putting in the hours, putting in that, you're committed to this path that you're on. With the Justice card too, if you are a musician or you are an artist of some sort, or you're, you know, you want to become an industry player in your industry, this is definitely a card of contracts coming through. So if there's a deal that you are seeking, a label, something like that, it feels like that's coming through for you, which is incredible. And the people involved in these contracts, as far as like signing you, or approving you, promoting you, signing you onto the team, whatever, onboarding you, like, it feels like you have work to show for it, and they can see that you've put in that work, that effort. So it's not just like they're seeing you and, being like, oh, sure, they have, charisma and they know how to say all the right things. No, it's like they see your portfolio, they see your work, and that's informing this decision that's based in fairness and based on what you've shown. This is all like very earned. This is incredible energy. I'm loving this for you. And thank you for coming to my channel and supporting my journey. It's good to have people like this here. Okay, so those are the tarot. And next we are going to look at the Prism Oracle here and see what other messages Spirit has to support you in your alignment right now. So my pile number 2, what messages will support my pile number 2 in their alignment right now? Comfort. Okay, so there's kind of that 9 of Pentacles energy coming through again. You're building, your legacy, your business, your dream, and it's allowing you to live in comfort. It's allowing you to continue believing in yourself, in your own energy, and getting even more comfortable with yourself. It's like you're getting to know yourself more, even through the trials. It's like that's teaching you how powerful you are. It's like you just keep growing and growing and growing. And with these like flower things here, it's like you're really continuing to blossom, and you're surprising yourself in the ways in which you are continuing to blossom. It's like, dang, I didn't even know I could grow any more than that. But it's like you're constantly surprising yourself and the people around you, and maybe surprising yourself with the type of work that you're able to produce, or how quickly you're able to produce it. I feel like you're impressed with yourself just by how quickly things have been developing for you. And it's good to be proud of yourself and to really savor those wins, right? Okay. Pile 2, what messages want to come through to support my pile 2 in their alignment right now? Consciousness. You're understanding that everything that's been feeding into this growth, this exponential growth for you, has been the power of your consciousness, has been you healing your consciousness. You're on a consciousness journey, and you're understanding very clearly that boundaries are an important part of the consciousness journey, and that owning your greatness is part of the consciousness journey. You're understanding that your connection with the divine is infinite and immovable, and you understand that you are an expression of the divine, which is why you're finding yourself with all of this success and growth, because of your connection with the divine, and because you are open to expanding your consciousness in a very powerful way. Something about your energy, it's like there is this powerful divine feminine, but there's also this healthy masculine energy that you've been integrating in order to achieve. So it feels like you have a good balance of your masculine and feminine energies right now. And this looks like a target right here. So it's like you're hitting your target and you're understanding that all you have to do is will something to happen, and it happens in your favor as you wish. This is very powerful energy. You're mastering your consciousness. And the process is solidifying this even more. It's solidifying your belief in this process even more. And it's an incredible unfoldment that's happening for you. Okay. For my pile number 2, what messages of support want to come in for the highest alignment of my pile number 2, God source? Ghost. Okay, so there's that 10 of Swords energy sort of coming back up. Potentially, you may have people from the past who are holding on to you, who see you growing and see your success without them, and they could be energetically still attached to you in a way. Maybe you still need to do some energy clearing around yourself with this person, with these situations, with the past that you've been burning, the bridges you've been burning and what you've been leaving behind. There might still be some energetic cords and ties there that you want to cut and really allow these ghosts of the past to go back to the light. In fact, if you want to take these people and these situations in your mind and treat them as if they're ghosts in your house and say, I do not need you anymore. You are not coming with me. I appreciate the lessons that you taught me about myself and my power and my capability and my true worth, and you're not needed anymore. Go back to the light. Go back to the source. You know, obviously, if they're people, they're not actually going to go back to the source. I mean, at some point, but it's more so about in your own consciousness, right? It's about using your consciousness to clear their energy from your aura, so that you can really just be free moving forward. Some of you could be mediums with both consciousness and ghost here. You could be tapping into the higher realms and connecting with the deceased, with ghosts, with spirits. You could connect with that type of work, that field of work. Maybe this is the business that you're venturing into, just maybe for some of you. Spiritual healing. But, you know, that's for some of you. The main theme that I'm sort of picking up here is more about like releasing the ghosts of the past and cleansing and clearing your energy so that your consciousness is fully yours, right? No one else owns it. No one else can claim it. It's yours. You get to, you're benefiting from the rewards of your own consciousness. No one else, no one from the past who is unworthy of sharing this experience with you, no one else should be able to kind of ride the coattails or, you know, hold on as you're moving forward. You shouldn't let them hold on, right? This is just the energy that's coming through. For some people, this is difficult as far as setting boundaries, but for you, I'm getting this sort of fierce energy of like, get off me, get away. You're not coming with me. Let's get one more card, pile number 2. Oh, okay. Interesting. So we have isolation here, and we have death at the bottom. So it's interesting how it's like you're having these wins and you're having this power, but then you're also having this old energy that's ending, right? Maybe this is a fresh ending that you're experiencing. It's like you're putting something in its grave 6 feet under, dead in the ground. It's gone. This is so connected to the ghost energy. You've buried something, but it still kind of wants to hang around. And I'm not saying this, you know, to scare, take it as it resonates, but you got to do a clearing. That's really what's coming through very strongly. Maybe this isolation has to do with the separation and isolation that you've had to take from people who've been taking your energy, or not honoring you the way that you deserve to be honored. So maybe you've had to self-isolate so that you can just do your work, do your thing. Maybe that resonates for some of you. But it's funny with this dot here, it's kind of reminding me of like the source energy, right? If we think about the idea of like the Big Bang and sort of like the point of everything, the 0 point, and then it sort of explodes into everything. That's kind of what I'm seeing here. Remember, if you know anything about sort of like source consciousness and sort of, I mean, we can't conceptualize it truthfully in full as a human with our human minds, but some forms of this concept are like the source was this point, this one point, and then it expanded into infinite points outside of itself in order to know itself, in order sort of this prism effect in order to see itself, which is funny because we're using the prism oracle here. And this is sort of like that explosion of colors and source energy. So it's kind of like this point of singularity that you're at, and it's like you're about to like explode out and just like blast off and really get out there. Like if you've had to be alone in your grind or in your, you know, producing whatever you're producing, working on whatever you're working on, this is only so that you can really get to know your own source after leaving behind this old energy and really focus on self with that 9 of Pentacles that was showing up before. Let's see. Yeah. To focus on yourself and your own magnificence and your own divine quality. It's like you've really had to zero in on that. And you're about to explode outward like this if you haven't already, you know? That's really the sense that I'm getting. So this is powerful. Okay, I'm going to take these and let's see. We are now going to lastly pull from the Angel Answers Oracle deck. These are simple, straightforward answers. If you have a question in mind, you can ask it. But I will just pull and we'll see what wants to come through, and I will interpret the energies accordingly. Okay, so for my pile number 2, what messages of support do they need to hear for their higher self, God? Oh my goodness, you are ready. Wow. Wow. I mean, can you just feel the energy of this, the power? You're ready, baby. It's time for you to explode outward and really be seen and appreciated by many. You've put in the work, you've isolated, you've cut out that which is not coming with you on this new journey of success, abundance, and you're ready. You've got this. You have your portfolio. You've done the groundwork already. You've done everything that you need to do to prove yourself. You've worked on your frequency enough. You've cut out the BS. You're ready. The next level is imminent. Know that. You've got amazing things coming in if they aren't already coming in. All of the stuff that you've had to deal with to get to this point will have been worth it. It's taught you so much. It's taught you street smarts. It's taught you discernment. It's taught you, again, about your own self-worth, self-love, your boundaries, knowing what you deserve, knowing what is yours. And you're just radiating this aura, this magnetic aura that people cannot resist. And again, you're extremely connected to the divine. And with this flame here, it's like your creativity, your passion for what you do. It's immovable. And you're so blessed by the guides and angels. And you're really meant to stand out within, you know, the space that you enter. Whether it's a community, like a genre, a medium, a workspace, you know, a scene, whatever it is, it's like you're ready to be kind of like on this pedestal in a way. Take it as it resonates and as it fits. But this is awesome. I'm proud of you. Honored to have read for you. And again, thank you so much for supporting my channel. I'm still growing and building, so you know, like, comment, share, subscribe, all of that. I have a donation link in the description here if you want to contribute to the channel and support me. It's appreciated, not expected, but I'm just so grateful for you watching and for connecting with your energy. Have an amazing day or night wherever you are, and hope to see you in the next one. Thank you. Bye. Hi there, Pile 3. So you chose the Orgonite pendant here and the Buffy the Vampire Slayer tarot. Sorry about the lighting adjustment. I'm filming at night here. So I've just had to turn on the lights, brighten the lights. First, I just want to say thank you so much for joining me again. I really appreciate your presence here, the support, the love. And yeah, today we're going to be asking for messages that support your highest alignment. So for my pile number 3, God's source of the highest white light for the highest good of my pile number 3 and the collective. What supportive messages does my pile number 3 need to hear and know right now for their highest alignment? We have the 10 of Swords. Those are too many. I'm going to keep shuffling. For my pile number 3, messages of support for my pile number 3's highest alignment, God. Thank you. Okay. We have the Knight of Swords. We have the King of Swords. Wow, lots of swords coming through. Wow, we have the 8 of Swords. All swords. Okay, so let's just look here and tap into the energies. Right away, I'm getting this sense of like a not very pleasant ending. This feels like friendship or relationship or a connection of some sort. It feels like words were said that were cutting or hurtful or cold. It feels like maybe someone was aggressive with their words. Very sharp and cutting. And it put an end to this, I don't even know, just the situation. In this card, we have glory one of the villains from Buffy season 5, and here we have her tower. And this does remind me of the Tower card. So this could have been very abrupt and painful. Also with this card here, King of Swords, it's interesting because the King of Swords in traditional tarot is usually quite direct and clear, but with this version of the King of Swords, we have two of the scythes crossed here like the Two of Swords, which can talk about confusion, not seeing clearly. And then we have this character of the Mayor from season 3 of Buffy, who was the villain of that season, and he was not who he appeared to be. And, you know, he appeared to be this happy-go-lucky character who was very chipper, and, you know, underneath all of that was like pure evil. So this, and with the Eight of Swords here, that also talks about not seeing clearly, being trapped by, you know, mental bandages, mental shrouds. This is rough, guys. I'm sorry you've been dealing with this. Let's see. For some of you, this could be like a separation, custody battle, just conflict of interest. Like just completely not seeing each other and being on, you know, getting your wires crossed and not being on the same page. It could be where one person is extremely aggressive in the situation and the other one feels helpless and sort of tied up and out of control. Maybe you were aggressive and the other person was more chilled out and more detached and distant, and they weren't really receiving what you were saying, and you know, heated, angry words were exchanged. Maybe this is a situation that had been building up for a long time, resentment or truths that were being withheld because of fear. And then they just kind of all come out at once, and it ends with this kind of painful, like, sword to the chest for one of you, potentially, or both of you even. Just painful energy. I do want to pull more cards for this pile to expand on this energy. It's interesting because we're asking about supportive messages for your highest alignment, right? And I want to make sure that whatever we're getting is supportive, not just simply focusing on the pain of a situation. So Spirit, God, Source, what is the support coming through? Okay, so we're having the Eight of Cups here, which is the walking away energy, the leaving things behind energy in order to move on to something better so that you can have your needs fulfilled. And this is an emotional card, water energy. So this is about ensuring that you can go in a direction where your emotional needs can be fulfilled. Okay, so support coming in for your alignment is definitely a walking away energy, which is maybe why something had to end with somebody. Maybe in order to free yourself, something unpleasant had to go down so that you could rip yourself free from the ties that bound you. God, for my pile number 3, supportive messages for their highest alignment right now. This is interesting. Seeing this much conflict come through. 10 of Pentacles. This could have been a family member, something with family involved, leaving, a conflict with family, conflict of interest within the family, and having to leave and create distance and space potentially. This can also talk about money, family money. Money could have been involved in this issue. Maybe there was sort of like a legal battle or something about money, family money. These are just for some of you, possibly. For others of you, it could be that you're needing to walk away from whatever situation this was, from whatever person this was, this cold, harsh energy. You're needing to walk away from it so that you can, A, emotionally go in a direction that you need, and B, so that you can walk in the direction of your abundance and stability and long-term happiness and contentment. Maybe you knew that this situation was not allowing for you to connect with or move towards your ultimate contentment and abundance. It definitely feels like walking away from this is what's needed, and it feels like you're moving towards something better, something that is meant for you. So that does feel like support in this situation. It feels like if you're watching this video about support that needs to be heard and felt for your highest alignment, that maybe you're in a situation or experiencing something where support would be necessary. So sometimes those situations can not look so pleasant, but let's see what else wants to come through. Okay, we have 3 cards, so we'll take them. We have the 4 of Pentacles here. Something definitely shattered, and it's causing a transformation. And your 4 of Pentacles is about holding on to your resources, holding on to what you have. So maybe in order to hold on to what you have, you had to really end something here. 11:11 on the timer. Maybe this situation is financial and you weren't realizing that someone was taking advantage of your, material resources somehow. And so this breakdown, something happened and a light is being shown on, what you need to protect here with the light coming down. I guess this is a spider web here, but to me from a distance it kind of looks like glass that's been shattered, cracked. Yeah, there's definitely something about money and resources coming through here. Then we also have the Devil card, which talks about being bound by something, bound by chains. There's similar energy coming through here. This can be a harsh, dark, difficult, heavy energy where you feel trapped. And again, with these sort of like shards here, it's kind of like a sharp energy. So, gosh, I'm so sorry that you've had to deal with this. If you're resonating with this pile and in need of support here, I'm really sorry. But it feels like if you're still in this tough situation here, it definitely feels like ending it is the right choice. If it's bringing you pain, if it's siphoning your energy and resources, it feels like walking away is definitely what is needed here, and finding support in that process. Here we have the King of Wands. Maybe you were dealing with a fire sign. Maybe you're an extremely powerful creative being and someone else could not see that or honor that or value that. And, you know, in order to really allow your fire to ignite and shine bright, you have to walk away and free yourself from this sort of tight situation, just not good energy, like cold, tight, harsh, sharp, uncomfortable. Yeah. I am feeling support though. I am feeling like somehow you have support coming in around you. You know, if you haven't had that, this reading is support, at least to start. This reading is simply just confirming something that you're already experiencing and feeling so that you can seek out that support and move in a better direction for yourself, right? This is telling me that you are an extremely worthy person of something better, of, you know, something new, something creative, passion, excitement. You're worthy of that in your life. And whatever this is, it has not been that in the healthy way that you need. You know, maybe there was an explosive energy with this other person. Maybe this person was very fiery, hot-tempered, possibly. But generally the kings are more mature and more in their power. So, you know, this could be talking more about your energy or, you know, an energy coming in to support. Yeah. Maybe you're needing support from a masculine energy that is fiery. Maybe you have that around you or that's coming in. Obviously, I don't like to instill hopes that somebody outside of you will come and save you, because you are your own savior. But it feels like maybe there is somebody around you or other people around you who you can count on, who will stand up for you and be in your corner and fight for you and, like, you know, like, tell somebody off if they have to. Yeah. It feels like you need to hold on to, like, what you have and what's good for you and really walk away from what's not. And Four of Pentacles can also talk about foundational energies and creating a new strong foundation outside of maybe what's been breaking down. Because if you have the Ten of Pentacles and the Four of Pentacles, it's like you're wanting to create this solid foundation so that you can have this Ten of Pentacles, which is like ultimate contentment and abundance and having everything you need and whatnot. And just protecting that journey that you're on from whatever forces outside of you seem to be threatening that or hurting you. So let's pull from the Prism Oracle here and see what Spirit wants to expand on as far as support for you and your situation for your highest alignment. Right now, pile 3. Okay, we have mystery. For my pile number 3, what wants to come through as far as supportive messages for their highest alignment? God source. We have growth. We have movement. And we'll pull one more. For my pile number 3, support for their highest alignment. Wow, and we have happiness here. Yeah, It's really time for you to move and grow in the direction of your happiness. It seems like in this old situation that you were dealing with, there was a lot unsaid. There was a lot of coldness and distance in the communication, perhaps, where a lot was left unknown and mysterious to you, and you were left to read between the lines, and there was things not being communicated between two parties or more, and resentment was building up and growing. And again, like, you see this space between two structures here that are not together, they're separate. So it's like, and this reminds me of the moon energy, which is about that unknown, what's not revealed, what's under the surface, kind of building. And here you have the patterns here facing in two different directions. So it's like you and this person were not on the same page, we're not going the same direction, and this breakdown, this ending, it needed to, or it needs to happen so that you can move and grow in towards your happiness, right? Just like the Eight of Cups was talking about, leaving something behind so that you can move towards your fulfillment. This is very important for you right now. And God, source, the divine, is illustrating all of these energies, all of this tough energy, to validate what you're experiencing right now, and also to say that you're worthy of what's next. You're worthy of more. You're worthy of leaving that behind so that you can grow your finances, your resources, your foundation, your life, everything that you're actually worthy of. And you're moving up, right? This other person was not on the same level as you, and you're moving upwards. So as you walk away from this situation, this person, things are looking up for you. Things are going to blossom for you. And with this reminds me of Eight of Wands, which is very quick energy. So it's going to happen faster than you think. As soon as you kind of separate from that challenging, rough energy, and with this King of Wands here, that's also that spark, that ignition of energy. Things are going to grow and move much quicker than you think, which maybe is hard for you to believe right now, possibly. But I'm telling you, the most movement and growth can happen when you least expect it, and when you're not just when you're not necessarily looking for things to happen that fast. You're just sort of looking to like take that step out of the old and into the new. I mean, when I started my YouTube channel a month ago, I did not expect so much growth and movement so quickly, but it just happened. And I'm so grateful, and it really changed my beliefs about how energy can shift and move at any given time, and how your expectations can be subverted by the universe. So just believe and trust that things can happen and improve in ways that you don't expect, that something can turn around for you and bring a lot of joy and peace and excitement about what's next, and really surprise you and sweep you off your feet, knock you off your feet a little bit, and just embracing the mystery of the process of life, the mystery of like why we go through endings, why we go through difficult, challenging experiences with people and circumstances. Sometimes that's only happening so that something really amazing, 2222 on the timer, can come in for you. And just to speak on personal experiences, I've had experiences that have with people and friends and things that have ended abruptly and poorly, and for me to move on to the next thing and have it be wonderful and amazing and everything that I needed, with support all around me. So that really feels like it's coming through for you. So just trust and believe in that, okay? It really feels like you're moving in a better direction with that. So now, lastly, we're going to look at the Angel Answers Oracle deck and get a card. You can't, these are very straightforward, simple messages. Okay, well, this just immediately came out. Success. And wow, if you look at the character, the angel here, she looks free. She's free and she's heading towards the light, right? She's connecting with the divine and positive outcomes and possibilities here. She's spreading her wings, you know? You're moving up, just like this card. You're moving up and out of difficulty, and you're meant for success and growth and happiness. Trust and believe that the breakdowns only happen so that you can just sweep that away, clear out the gunk, and really move towards what's meant for you. Yeah, hopefully this message resonated for you. Again, I'm sorry for any difficulties you've been experiencing. I know all of us experience that stuff at one time or another. Thank you so much for watching, for coming to my channel, for happening across my video and clicking on it, for supporting me. I would really appreciate you liking, commenting, subscribing, sharing, all of that. It's really helping me grow my channel. And if you want to support me and contribute in any kind of financial way, I have a donation link in the description. That's only if you want to and feel like you're able. And that said, I hope you have an amazing day or night wherever you are, and hope to see you in the next one. Thank you so much. Bye.